Hello, I'm Dustin Kelly. This is my Chris Craft, my 57 Sportsman. Um, Today I'm going to be gluing on a couple of planks. I've already glued on most of them. This whole side of the boat, the port side, and then 3 rows on the starboard side. So right now I'm going to do this one piece here with you. So what I'm going to do is end up using 4 tubes per row, and I'm gonna apply 1 tube to this board, 1 tube to the plywood, and then I have another board beyond this board to finish the row that I'll use 2 more tubes on. So I'm gonna put it on with a metal trowel. What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna screw it in with some brass screws, and you'll watch all that. So here we go. You definitely need one of these. I'm using this 5200 product. This is the fast drying. It kind of sets up pretty quickly. Yeah, what you don't want to do is for it to start tacking on the surface. Once it does that, it's kind of like gonna be too late. So I'm gonna apply it, like I say, to both boards so that it's like, I don't know, solid on there. I think if you only did it to one board and you press them together, you'd probably have some air gaps and things like that. So it's really important to apply it to both sides. And yeah. I want to get an even amount on the whole board so that I can have to do less spreading. So watch your trigger. Looks like I'm going to be pretty good. Oh yeah, I might stop there and see where I go. Okay. Oh, I should have put my gloves on, but for the sake of time, I'm going to skip it. And you have to, everything's got to be white. I mean, if you see any of the wood, you're going to be in trouble. It's not going to do what you want it to do. It will fail. And there's only one way to do things. No, there's 2 ways to do things. The right way and again. You don't want to be doing this again, I'm telling you right now. I'm making it difficult on myself so that you can see me apply this. best practice is to have everything right there that you need. My caulking's across the shop because I got excited and wanted to just get started. So once I get this on here, I'm gonna have to run over and grab the next tube and open it. It should have been opened already. Okay, that is freaking beautiful. Set that to the side for a second. And now go get my other tube. Go! Okay, boom, use the tube. One tube down. I'm gonna reuse the tip because I already cut it. Poke a hole in the top. Pop the bottom. Put it in the gun. Well, no. Don't put it in the gun. Screw the top on. Then put it in the gun. Okay, there we go. This stuff dries so fast, you can only do that one time with the same tip. All right, let's see where that gets me. I want to like go past the line, but not very far past the line. I definitely want a lot of goop down in there, but I mean, enough. Mother. You want enough on there so it's gonna squirt out. Yeah. Especially on the edge, you want to build it up a little bit here. I mean, there's going to be a gap, 1/16, 1/8 inch. So it's got to push out. But you don't want to like waste a whole tube. That's why I think my math is pretty good on this. 4 tubes a row. Okay, look at how beautiful that is. Here we go. Let's do this. Take my board. Now I've already pre-drilled all these holes, so they're gonna set where they're supposed to set. So all I have to do is get a couple started and then it'll be off to the races. What else? I have to put the screws in every hole before I start tightening it down, because what'll happen is the goop will just like come right out and get all over the place, and that's no good. Okay, my gosh. As far as screws go, I'm using number 10s, like 1.5 inch for where the ribs are. And then in between the ribs, I'm just using, what are they, number 8s, and they're 1 inch long, and those go into like a plywood rib or something that I'm gonna install later. I'm gonna start by putting a couple of the ones just into the plywood to get it going. Yep, see, it fell right in the holes. So I can't tighten them down. See, I already got excited. Jeez, I gotta put all these in. Put all the screws in first. See how it's coming out there? Gotta be able to see that. Okay, I'll show you what's up here. So what's happening is these screws, see there, how the goop's coming out? Boy, if I were to start tightening them down, the goop would just like, boop, pop right out. So every other row, I've already marked which ones are the 1 inch screws and which ones are the 1.5 inch screws. Ah. All right, there we go. See how quick that is? Those are the 1 inch screws. Okay, so I've got all the boards started. Here, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little rundown of what's happening. Got the white coming through. I used red in between the plywood, so that's what you see coming through there. But here are all the brass screws. See, one row of 1 inch, one row of 1.5 inches. Number 10's number 8. Number 10, number 8. So all the way down there. And then you'll see the glue coming out already. I don't even have it really screwed down that much, so quite a bit of glue comes out. That's good. You need that. Right now the wood's together, so it doesn't need to be, still got to work quickly. Okay, so here you'll watch me screw it all down. Doo-doo. I'm actually gonna screw them all down 90%, and then I'll come back and do another 10 on each one of them. So, got a little sweat on my brow. Get these guys in. I won't put this guy on yet. Okay, now I go back, screw them each in again, and then I'll wipe the glue access off. I'll show you what happens. You're gonna like this. Okay, check it out. We start from the top. Get a little bit there. Get a little bit there. Get a little bit there. You see it squirt out there? A little bit there. It's perfect. A little squirt out on top. Looking good. So, but we'll wipe that off because I don't want to do all. I don't want to do all the pieces tonight. Okay. If you don't mind. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So, I've got a bunch of sticks that I into these guys. Just kind of like drag it along and throw it in on something. What am I going to throw it on? Empty box of screws. See, it's perfect. Yeah. So I'll rub this off first. The whole idea too is to get the excess to stay on the blue stuff. Keep the mess on the tape. Okay, this is messy. This is why you wear gloves. Look at that. How long's that been there? See? Gloves. So you get most of it off. You know what I'm saying? Most of it off. And then take the tape off. Wait, you know what? Okay, so here it didn't squirt out all the way. I can see it, it's in there, but it didn't squirt out. So what I do, I take the one with a smaller tip, and I got a little bit left in my gun, and I'll squirt it in there. Okay, so I got a little bit left in this, so just enough. Take the fat top off. Okay, skinny top on. Return the gun down a smidge to number 2, and then you kind of want to get the tip in there. Here it comes, nice and slow. You don't want to waste it, but you do want to push it in there. I mean, geez Louise. I think that was the perfect amount. Okay. Okay. Last time I left this tube in my gun, I had to cut the tube apart to get it off because, well, I mean, this one's a little cleaner inside, but you can see that if that were to dry and the thing inside of this, you know, it's caught in there. Whew. Took me a while to get it out. Okay. So now I'll do the stick thing again, and when on the seam part, you want to put the corner of the stick in there, you know, take it off of the corner, because you want a V shape in there. You want it like not flat, because then it'll like be proud of the wood. You want it to be inside of the wood, so you want to use that little bit of that edge to you know what I'm saying. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's so nice. Okay. Okay, this disastrous mess. Okay. I'll do something with that. Fingers are already a disaster, so. But what I'm going to use to clean this mess up is a rag, for one. Because I've scraped off as much as I can. Now I got to use like acetone, or now that I've run out of acetone, I'm working with my special brushing thinner, and this works pretty good too. Now, I'm not going to use my gloves because it's going to help clean my hands. Don't recommend it. I recommend you wearing gloves. you have to use the right product. If you use something like mineral spirits or alcohol, then this stuff may never dry. So it's really important that you use the right product. Do your research. Now, so I kind of made a little bit of a mistake here, I can see, because I got this water line. This is my water line. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's like part of the boat that sits in the water all the time, and I'm gonna paint the bottom of this boat because that's how they did it before. But the rest of it I'm gonna stain. So this will be showing wood. So I really should have used the red on the edge here. But what I'm gonna do is clean it out so deeply that that I can put some red over the top of it. Like I'll scrape it out of there. With a screwdriver or something before it dries, because you can't get it after. Again, don't do this at home, kids. I'm a professional. I mean, it's important you just use a new part of the rag, like, often. I mean, otherwise, it's just gonna take longer. Okay. Yeah, see, not that much extra like garbage, but yeah, did pretty good. Got a nice thick coat. I'll show you. Let me finish. Let me just wash my hands real quick. Like no. Don't want to do that too many times. All right, let's put the lid on this thing. Show you something sweet. Okay, here we go. So I'm still gonna scrape this part out, but this is the line I'm talking about. That's the water line, right? It goes along the whole boat. There we go. So that part is actually, you know, underwater right here. So here is the end of my piece. Okay, here's the end. A lot of gooped out. Here we go. You can see like how it's not sticking out, it's inside actually. So it's hard to see. But okay, so there's that, and then this is the other edge. Just kind of cleaned it up. But as you can see, it's looking good, almost there. So now I'll just finish